I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't have time to do anything. Sometimes I don't eat. I'll be so tired. Sometimes I just get home. Sometimes I miss a shower. That's how bad. And I know people like, oh, don't tell your business. But for real, it's really like that. Like, nobody ever talks about how exhausting days can be sometimes. But here we go. Hold on. See? Which one was my payout yesterday? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, y'all can't even see the pays or whatever, but you see, hold on, wait. Dang. Got cashed out $147. That's how much I made in one day. And then $144, and then I cashed out like 62 because I ain't want to wait. And then I made $90 yesterday, plus the what is this? Plus another 90. And if y'all see how like the payments are like bigger, and then some of them are smaller, it's because like as soon as I'm done, I can cash out immediately. So the times that y'all see like bigger cash outs, that's because I didn't cash out immediately and I waited until I finished my second shift to cash out. So if y'all seeing like 90 or 80 and stuff, that's how much I made for one shift. And then yeah, but that's how much I had made in a day. No, Uber, I think it was Uber. Uber denied me. Amazon Flex, y'all better get on it. Because, you know, a couple years ago, when I was first homeless, I had got a ticket or whatever, and yeah, that's what made me not get approved. But it's weird because DoorDash did and Lyft, but Lyft said my car is too old, so I have to either get a new car or rent a car, which I'm not doing that because you don't even make that much down here to do that. So yeah. They have something called Uber Plus. I think it's similar to Instacart. Yeah, it's a waiting list for all this. So I've been on Amazon wait list since y'all first saw me homeless. Like, what, 3 years ago? 2.5 years ago? Like, from the very beginning, before all the crazy stuff really started happening. I applied, and I'm just now able to work here. And then I applied for GoPuff two years ago, and they just now reaching out to me. Yeah. When people thought, oh, she's not trying to even apply herself, I was most definitely doing that. Yes, I flex, I love it, and just logging in. No, for real, we make good money, almost $200 a day. And sometimes you can make $200 if they got the, like, I only saw it when I first started working. Like, they sometimes have $100 offers as well, and you only got to work 1.5 hours to 3 hours to make $100. That's not bad. Not to me, it ain't. But I do be tired, I ain't gonna lie. It is a wear and tear. I've had to get my car fixed so many times. Like, just in the past month, I've already spent most of my earnings. I made $4,000 in my first month, and I've already used $3,000 of it on my car. But my car practically new now. I'll never do Amazon Flex, but I'll give it to you y'all who do. Hey, I be seeing some people and stuff that be only having to literally deliver one package, and that's it. And they get paid however much they got paid. Yep, I do 2 routes a day. Sometimes they don't have 2 routes a day, so I'll work like on the weekend. I'll do 1 day because most times on the weekends they don't really have a 2-day shift. So I'll 2 shifts in 1 day. So then I'll work a high paid one. Then the next day I'll work another high paid one. It just depends. Sometimes I got a little bit of packages. Sometimes I got a lot of packages. Because I got an SUV. So I recommend that. I ain't gonna say. I mean, if this is your type of thing to do, whatever. If you have your SUV, which I got SUV, so I put my SUV. If you got an SUV, sometimes you are going to get the bigger routes because it go like by mid-size to large or whatever. So they said I can do large packages, so I sometimes get 50 packages, but they be all close to each other, so it don't really be that bad, but it do be a little bit exhausting because it's hot outside. But sometimes I be getting 7 packages, sometimes I get 12, 20, it just depends or whatever. And then also what I love about them is it just depends on your car based off of gas. I ain't gonna lie, it just depends on your car on how gas will be for you. But even then the pay is still gonna be good. So this candy's so good. I should have grabbed another one. But what else? Oh, on times that it has severe weather or like they don't really have packages or anything like that, guess what? They cancel your shift and you still get paid. And I've had that happen several times. So like when it be a tornado watch or raining and stuff like that, baby, they gonna say you gonna wait for a couple minutes, or if the warehouse is already closed, you just call the support team, tell them, hey, the warehouse closed. They get a confirmation. It's like, all right, go home, and then you get paid. A lot of stops are 2 to 5 minutes. I'm thinking they don't like me because honestly, sometimes, like, if I get a smaller size amount of packages, like 7 or maybe even like 15 packages, something like that, they have me far out, so I gotta drive 30-40 minutes out, and eventually it'll be almost an hour away from my house. But it'll be like 20 minutes apart, 10 minutes apart, 8 minutes apart from each other, because they be having me out in the country. I'll be like, oh my gosh. But I still be doing it. I'll be like, it's worth it. I gotta pay for this attorney. But when I be having like 30 packages, 50 packages, because I ain't had more than 50. I think it go just up to 50. But when I be having those type of packages, they're 2 minutes apart, 3 minutes apart, 5 minutes. They not far. They're like back to back, or some of them just side by side. They say 1 minute, but it's literally right there by the house. And I've actually met a couple of people from social media at my job. It's so weird. I saw somebody, well, she ain't from my job, but I saw somebody. Was I getting gas? No, I was getting snacks about to head home, I think. I don't know what I was doing that night. I don't know. Anyways, or I got off my shift and that was the closest, like 7-Eleven or something like that. And I ran into somebody that watches me on here, and they texted me when I was all, you know, about time I got home or whatever, they texted me. It was like, hey, I saw you. Because I was looking at her, because I'm just be like, it'd be weird, because to me it'd be weird, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, this be weird, because like millions of people have watched me. So I be feeling like sometimes when I'm out in public, like I may run into somebody that watch me, and I have several times, but I never caught it, you know. Like they'll tell me after the fact that I've already, you know, left or whatever, or an hour later, or I might assume like they might know me from social media and stuff, because the way they looking at me, they might have seen me on social media. And I'll be right. Like when I was at 7-Eleven and stuff, the lady was like, I think I saw you today. I was like, where, at 7-Eleven? She was like, yeah. I had already knew when she was looking at me. I don't think she was trying to be rude, but when she was looking at me, I could tell like, oh, she know me from TikTok or something. And then I was right. And then like this girl, I've been actually following her for years. I think even before I even started being like seen on social media, I think we've been following each other, or she followed me when all this first started happening. I don't know, but anyways, I saw her at work. She like, I think I follow you. And I say, you look familiar. I couldn't tell who you was, so I didn't say nothing, but I really felt like it was you or whatever. And then I didn't know her name, so yeah. But yeah. But anyways, I almost completely forgot why I went live. Okay, so for those who know, when they just first came in here, if you could please share the live, tap the screen. Like I had a minor setback. My minor setback was I have an attorney, and I discussed certain payments with the lady that do payments in his law firm. We agreed to a certain amount. I told her that I was going to pre-trial and stuff, or trial, whatever, and she quoted me a price. And then I talked to him today and felt out, and I told him as well that I had pre-trial or whatever, and I told him my court date, but he been on vacation and stuff, so I guess he forgot. And so I told him like I had already told you all this. So he told me, well, I didn't know you had to go to trial. You're gonna have to put more money down. I'm like, I don't have more money right now. Like, this is what I was quoted. Like, if y'all would have told me beforehand, I wouldn't have even, you know, worked on my car or whatever. I would have waited to work on my car and just paid, you know, the balance and stuff. You know, I think they're working it out with me, hopefully, and stuff, because I do not want this court-appointed attorney no more. He ain't help. He working with them. I don't care what nobody say. I need help. Like, what? I need to keep my family together, period, you know? Like, I'm the only one who can do it. I already told y'all what my sister doing. Anybody that wants reunification or supports that, she has got them removed off my case, including DHS workers and my family members and stuff. So, yeah. I'm all they got. I'm all they got left. I'm the only hope, for real. Like, for real. And that's why I'm willing to get myself together. I have my times where I be messing up. It's stuff because certain people be antagonizing me or trying to provoke me to anger on purpose and stuff. And they try to make it seem like I'm being aggressive when I don't even be, like, for real aggressive. It's the fact that people are not used to people being blunt. And that's just in general, not just them. But, you know, people are not used to people being very direct and blunt with them. And it's just black and white. It ain't no colors in between the pages. Just black and white. And when people hear you just speak your mind and be very blunt about it, they want to say that you're aggressive, They want to say you're confrontational and stuff like that because they would rather it be sugar coated, and I'm just not giving it to you that way. Like, I tried the nice way, and you know, it did not work out. So like, I have a right to stand up for myself, and every time I stand up for myself, it's retaliation. But I'm gonna continue to stand up for myself, because then there's other steps that I can take moving forward from the retaliation. You know, people have to answer to people. People have bosses. People have people that are, even if they don't have bosses, you know, they have someone that is higher than them, because this is all in a system. So like, people are thinking they're going to get away with stuff that they're not going to get away with. I promise you. If I don't do nothing in life, I'm going to make sure that, like, the people that were dishonest and did not do what was best are going to be dealt with, like, period. Legally, all. Yep, God sees everything, but the thing is, God gave us free will, so people are able to be evil if they want to, and most of these people in my case are evil, and I don't believe that they believe in God. Well, I'm not even gonna just say that, because God can be anything to people, right? They don't believe in Jesus, the one who died for us. And my sister is deceiving social media, making it seem like she's a godly woman when she has literally been the snake in the garden the whole time. I am part of the reason why my kids got placed in DHS custody, and I'm not going to say that I wasn't, because I did play a role as far as not leaving soon enough. But Imogene Dent, which is my sister, she is the reason why they're not here today, because like I said, at one point in time they were going to reunify me, but everybody on my case is biased towards me, and that's going to be spoken about. Like, everybody, the judge, the DA, nobody likes me because of what Imogene Dent told them and lied about, and then said that I never had, like, none of my family ever lived with me, when they in fact did. They in fact did. Hold on. Hold on. No, I can't show y'all this. This got too much information on it. I was gonna show y'all proof that, obviously. But, I mean, for the people that watch me know that that ain't even true. I was gonna show y'all school paperwork, but I'm not gonna show y'all that because it got addresses and numbers on here. I can't expose that because these people are currently still there. But anyways, thank you for the gift. Thank you. But yeah, long story short, I just gotta be careful what I vent on the app and stuff, because I was very vulnerable and was really desperate for help then and stuff. I mean, even still kind of now. I'm not desperate, but yeah, I was desperate then, needing help and stuff. So I just like overshared stuff that could have potentially be used against me, which had nothing to do with, you know, social media. It had nothing to do with I'm sorry, my mind just went blank. Social media had nothing to do with my inability or my ability to be able to be a good mother. That has nothing to do. I have never been a bad mother, and nobody can ever say that. Never been that. Nobody has ever been abused in my care. Nobody has ever went hungry in my care. Nobody has, and I'm including nieces and nephews and little cousins and stuff. When I used to be around the little cousins, the nieces, the nephews, anybody, doesn't matter who it is, a friend's child, whatever, they're gonna always be safe with me. They've never been hungry, none of that. And if I watch somebody be hungry, somebody kid be hungry, I have provided food and stuff. Like, I have never been that. I'm one thing that you can learn about me if you don't know anything about me, is that I'm very protective over people that I care for, even people that I don't know. Like if I saw somebody bullying and stuff, I would stand up and say something, like even if it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, this world is evil, so not knowing, you know, the outcomes, but try to diffuse stuff. But that's only if God put it in my heart to say something. You know, sometimes you just gotta stay out of it completely and not be in the midst. But if the Lord say, like, that's wrong, stand up for them, then I'm going to do that. And I feel like if y'all saw my Facebook post or whatever a couple weeks ago about me exposing my sister and, you know, exposing what was said to me about other family members and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. 3,000 people saw it, so I don't know who, you know, if it was including TikTok or not. But in there, you know, my auntie was saying some stuff and trying to speak for the whole family, saying my family don't mess with me, when that's not the case. I never got to really know my family like that. It's to why I don't have a relationship with them. Like, that was a choice because of the rumors that was told to me about the family members I did know. So I wanted to protect myself from not being around gossiping and, you know, stuff like that, is to why I stay distance or whatever. Or I may have saw it for myself. But then also, like, it could be awkward. Like, I'm not socially awkward, but like when it comes to family, I kind of am, because it's just like, dang, like, we family. And I feel like we should have like a strong relationship, and I don't be knowing my family members like that, so then I don't be knowing what to talk about. Does that make sense? Girl, God bless you. We in our last days. You better get to repent and stop talking negative and talking down on people. That could have been kept to yourself, because now you're gonna have to answer to God for that comment that you just made when you could have literally avoided that. Anything in my life, if it's disturbing you and you don't like it, then you do not have to watch me. I am not forcing you to be on my page. You can push the block button, the delete button, I'm not interested button and stuff, so then you no longer have to see me on my page. For you to be negative, did that help you sleep at night? Because in the Bible it talks about people that can't rest until they have done evil for the day. You have done your evil for the day? You feel better? Is that going to help you sleep? But are you ready to pay the price of what it's going to take for you to have even put that comment down there? For what reason? For a mother that loved her children? For social media that misunderstood me? Social media that supports bullying and antagonizing and stalking and harassing people's day-to-day lives and stuff, and not knowing the full story, which you don't have to know the full story, because you're not going to know the full story. You know, you're going to know what I tell you, but for you to be judgmental, who are you? You're not no better than me, baby. We all bleed the same blood. But I can tell you this, we all not going to the same place. You better decide what you want to do and where you want to go, because we in our last days. We are in our last days. And that's why I'm trying to turn it around. I have my times where I mess up and stuff, but I'm most definitely not being miserable just bothering people for no reason. That's just misery. That's just misery. And you can stop talking about my baby daddy. My baby daddy has nothing to do with you. Me and my baby daddy can co-parent. We most definitely can. The courts know that we're co-parenting. So y'all can say whatever y'all want in these comments or whatever like that. Well, we're no longer co-parenting, but we were co-parenting and stuff. I feel like it's best that I try not to help others, So then I have a better chance to, I feel like if he doing what he's supposed to do, I have a better chance of getting my kids back. Because if he's no longer a concern, then we gonna be good, We're gonna be good. He's been trying to engage in classes and all that stuff, so you need to worry about you. And it's very evident that people do make mistakes, but people can change from their mistakes. You worry about you and whatever you got going on.